So where are you rolling and where are you lifting on the hip lift and the hip rolls? So we have Nicole here lying down, and we're going to cue her through the mysterious land of the roll and the hip. So I get this question a lot. What is really the difference? Well, with the hip roll, which we've had in a lot of our routines, the cue is to articulate from the bottom up, and you're really thinking about rolling the hips up, coming up into a high bridge position. And with the hip rolls, we lower the glide board all the way down, and then we lower her back down. So she would roll up, and then we bring the glide board in, and then she melts down, and then we press back up, and then we reverse that. So I'll just have her stick with where she is. We don't have to do too many reps because we're really talking about the lift in this workout. So the first thing is that I might have them just bridge, and bridge just means, for us in our terminology, is to lift straight up. So that means there's no real focus on articulating, it's just you're up. So, and then she can just open and close the glide board, keeping this bridge position, really thinking about remaining high. Well, that's not a lift, that's bridging. So what's the lift? The lift is somewhere in between. So the cue we give is, put those hands here. And the reason why we do that is because she's gonna lift up, and then the cue is almost feel like there's a space here in her back, but the rear end just drops, like you're arching the back. And if you can see her back, if you can lower her right back down for me, she's gonna hold that position. Now her back is flat, and their hands are here for her own visual cue, because if you're teaching a class, you can't go around cueing everyone at once. And then she's gonna lower and open the glide board, keeping her back in that same position. Let the hands be the cue. A lot of times, the person will wanna tuck under, or you never know, they might wanna arch even more. And then once they have that, you'll notice that the concentration's there, and then you might then focus your attention to the feet, having them up. You then might focus your attention to rolling in and out, and then Nicole's bringing it up to the next level. As soon as they feel like they're ready, they can also lift a leg. If they lift a leg, you gotta watch for that pelvis now kind of dropping to one side or the other. As soon as they lift a leg, you also have to revisit the feet and make sure they're not turning out or in. And I would first cue, okay, Nicole, I want you to bring those feet really up. I want you to feel like you're up against an imaginary wall. Then I'm gonna say, maybe for her, I'm gonna say, okay, keep that the knees hip distance apart, which will be hard without letting yourself roll out into those feet. So bring those feet back for me. There you go. Kind of like you're pushing that big toe down. And then from here, she's just gonna lower and lift. And maybe you might need to come by and kind of help with that movement pattern. And then for me, what I'm seeing is, you know what? I need to open up her feet some. So I'm gonna tell you to open up your feet just about a couple, and there you go, perfect. And now just flex your toes and continue the same movement pattern. So if someone isn't doing the exercise the way you're envisioning it, it's not usually them, it's usually us not giving them the right cue or setting them up for success. I didn't set her up for complete success. So for her, I'm gonna tell her to have her feet hip distance apart. Her knees will then follow that. She's gonna work on her feet. When she's ready, she's gonna keep her hands then to her sides, maybe up in the air. And then when she's even ready for that, one leg up. So hopefully that helps to clarify the rolls, the lift, and the bridge, and somewhere in between. Thanks.